Yo, what's up? It's comedian TK Kirkland, aka T to the MFK, and you watching me on A Humble Soul. Peace.
A Humble Soul, we checking back in, man. Another exclusive. We got a comedy living legend in front of the camera right now, TK Kirkland. Appreciate you taking time out to chop it up with the platform.
Man. Good to be in Nashville.
For sure. Man, just taking it from the beginning. You've been doing this for over 3 decades.
Yes.
When it comes to comedy, and over that time, you've had the opportunity to brush shoulders with a lot of entertainers. In different interviews, you talked about from the likes of like Eddie Murphy to NWA, down to Cash Money, so on and so forth. But one person I understand that you have a relationship with, or you did when he was alive, was Tupac.
Yeah, Tupac is a good guy, and it's crazy how my life is. It's like I've been connected to so much stuff, right? From Tupac to Keefe D, to the whole Compton clique, to Eric Von Zip, who's my best friend, and I have mixed feelings and everything that's going on. I'm upset that Keefe was talking so much that he got himself into the situation about Tupac. Because, I'm old school, and we was always taught to, one, you don't talk about politics, you don't talk about religion, and you keep your mouth shut. You don't talk so much. And social media, unless you're an entertainer, street hustlers, anybody that's ever done any crime, should not get caught up in the camera to put themselves in prison. Fame is not that important to put yourself away for likes and for people to recognize you on the street. You really got to move a certain way. I never truly, my friend Wiggy and a couple other people, I would have never did social media. That's why I got a late start on it. Because my background, the way I think, I never wanted to have that type of attention unless you knew who I was. So we'll do BET Comedy Review, we'll do all that. And don't get me wrong, I wanted to do Arsenio Hall back in the day, David Letterman, but I didn't have the props to do that. So by the time social media took off, it was the right time for me because my mindset was right. I understood it. And everything that I've done in my past is pretty much a folk story now. The legend of TK Kirkland. And my past is my past, but I love the things I've heard and things I've done in my past, but I love who I am today. So to see Tupac, that happened, believe it or not, we was all together that day at the fight. During that day, what happened after the fight, we was all going to the party. We was going to the party after that. And I'm always working out. So, sometimes you overthink things. So early that day, we was at the mall in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I stopped at GNC, never forget it, and I got a bottle of fat burner to help burn fat. And don't ask me why I took it. I wasn't fat. I just took some fat burners, drank some water. But during the night, during the fight, I started drinking alcohol. And alcohol and whatever's in that fat burner don't mix. So after the fight, we all supposed to go to the party. I didn't go to the party. I went to my hotel.
At that club 662?
Yeah, at 662. So I went to my hotel because I was sick. I was in that hotel room for 7 days, my man, in pain. It was a feeling to this day I cannot describe. But while I'm there, I see on the news, sick. You know how you sick, but you still can see the TV. I'm seeing Tupac got shot. I'm like, damn, this is sad. But like everybody else, we assumed that he was going to make it. So days go by, they're updating it. And then the day before I left to go to Charlotte, North Carolina to do a show, he had passed away. So I was on that flight leaving because I was a little better. And just kept moving from there. And I just really felt sorry for him. But and everything I've gone through in life is it's a numb feeling because I've been dealing with death since I was like 11. So all my family is gone. So like death hurts, but it doesn't hurt that bad. So when I see people die. I'm not emotionless. It hurts, but I find a way to deal with it. And like I said, I want to say congratulate to them catching the killer of Tupac. But I know Keefe. You know, I know he's really part of the crew I grew up with, and he's 50-something years old, and I hate that this has happened to him. I hope there's a way that he can beat it because he really wasn't a shooter. Like everybody know he was a shooter, but he talked about how what he did, and and that DA guy looks like he really had built the case. But I just hate the fact they make it seem like they did this phenomenal detective work to bring this to light. I don't know what the reason is on why they did it, but I just think that Mr. Keefe was just talking so much. I didn't even know he had a book about it. You know, they said he had wrote some books and all that, and done over a million, not million, but a lot of interviews about this. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it until he really got on Vlad.
Yeah.
And when I said, damn, he was talking that much.
That's what sparked it off.
Yeah, that's what sparked it off.
And going to multiple platforms, sharing that same story.
Yeah.
He became like an online sensation to a certain extent. He an entertaining guy, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. But it's unfortunate to see how everything.
Yeah, because it hurts me. Like I'm really confused.
Have you seen him talk? So you never saw him like talk about the night?
No, never seen.
Pulling up and
nope.
Talk about
Never.
Tupac looking like he break dancing when you getting shot and all that type of stuff. You throw some little comedy in there.
Right. Yeah. That was a bad move, man.
So you said coming up, I know originally you from the East Coast, New Jersey.
Jersey City, New Jersey.
So Compton, what's the Compton tie?
See, I always show Man Love the Eazy-E in Compton.
Okay, he took me on tour.
Because he takes, that's my way of paying homage to Eazy, Dr. Dre, and Ice Cube. Because that NWA had made me legendary. We never knew that was going to be that big, you know what I'm saying? But when you look at hip-hop, when you look at the Run DMCs, you look at
it's a multitude of It's so many, yeah.
It's so many, right? But NWA changed the game. I was there. I saw it. They really changed hip-hop. Now, and to the people who might see this interview and like, get the fuck out of here, let me prove my point. When you hear the conscious rappers, they did their thing. It was good that we had that. I think it was good for society and everything. But when gangster rap came, and you can say what you want to say, everybody to this day, every rapper to this day emulates NWA. Because they was the first one to be explicit without radio play and blow up. Now the white man, the music industry, let's say, sees this as a way to use our culture vultures, or vulture cultures, whatever.
Yeah, culture vultures.
Culture vultures, right? To make money. So every nationality in this world, from liquor to clothing to cars, our comedy is successful because of the black community.
Yeah.
Everybody. Every nationality. And milks off the black man. And we have made everybody rich.
But ourselves, though.
It's by ourselves. So we have a little trinkets here and there. But as a community, no. And people could say so many different things. They could say, oh, it's because of this and it's because of that. It's because of our past. And I respect all that. And I travel the world and I see that it starts at home, starts with education. I've been pushing lately. I think that the schools should learn to teach our kids 2 languages because when you travel the world, there's a lot of blacks that know 3, 4, 5 languages. We should know about coding. We should know about how to read the stock market. We should. Everybody should know about LLCs and EINs, something that I talked about, but I did a Drink Champs interview, and half the world reached out to me. Some got it, some didn't, but I forgot out one important thing is you can get an American Express card with an LLC and EIN, but you still got to have good credit, so your Social Security number still has to be good.
Right.
And that's something that I said. So I'm glad I'm saying it to you today. That when this airs, people can follow me. They go like, "Oh, so if your credit's not good, they ain't sending you this kind of bread.
Yeah.
You got to have good credit."
And I want to jump into like financial literacy a little bit, but just to stay on track. So with Compton, you said the seed was planted with your ties to NWA.
Yes.
From there, you just continued to build relationships in the area, or how did that work?
Yeah. Well, because I was a street hustler, I was connected to the streets. So over the years, from 1985 on, because I was funny, I was with the entertainers, everybody knew me. I used to go to every party. I ain't miss a club. You hear me? Like, from Saturday to Saturday, I was hanging out.
Man.
Like, it was unreal. And I still was going to school. So I would hang out. Yeah. So introduce myself to people, saying hello, whatever. And I met everybody from Mike Tyson to Teddy Riley and Guy. What people don't know is that I also started out with New Edition. Really, New Edition was my first group to tour with before NWA. So I was hosting for Bobby, Ricky, and Mike back in the day. And then when they split up, I opened up for Bill DeVoe. When Bobby Brown did his thing, I opened up for Bobby Brown. And everything from Frankie Beverly Mays to the Whispers, like it was on. So I had the streets on lock. So all the hustlers, all the fine women back in the day, everybody knew TK. And then I had 6 comedy clubs back then. So every comic had to come through me to get on stage. You know, it was only one club Robin Harris had, but I had 6.
Man, not owned.
Not owned. We had our own comedy night.
Oh yeah.
We had our own comedy nights in there. Okay. But back in the day, that's phenomenal. What some of these kids do today, they didn't. That was never heard of. We did it way back in the '80s, and this is before they let us in the improv, Zanies, the Funny Bones. We had to really have our own night. That's how come I'm always pushing that black comics, male and female, no matter what you do, no matter how famous you get, you should always do 2 comic clubs a year, black, because there's not really that many, so that the black owners can get a piece of what we've given the white owners of these comic clubs. We made them all millionaires.
Yeah.
Millionaires.
Man, so you were juggling school, hustling, and comedy.
Yeah. And I was able to win at all.